Hello, I'm Matt from World of Ukes, and I've got a bit of a different video for you today. I am usually here on my own with only my trusty friend from my workshop. This is Ragnar the Wiping. I recently made a video in my workshop to show you what I do, and said that this was my only friend, and that was the name given by a viewer. So it's usually just me and Ragnar, but I'm joined today with a special guest who's flown in all the way from Vancouver Island. This is Martin van Humbeck. Welcome, Martin. I'm pleased to hear it, because you've come a long way. So if you didn't want to be here, then it was a long journey. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the wonderful instruments that Martin makes that you can get here at World of Ukes, and I'll ask him a couple of questions, and then I'll cut to a demo of these instruments. So I think let's have a chat with Martin. So one of the reasons Martin has come over to Europe is to deliver and talk about this tenor ukulele which he's been making, and he's been documenting the process of how it was put together. He's done that in Uke magazine, so over the last 3 issues and the forthcoming one in December. He's talked about the whole process from tree to tonewood to tenor, so it's been really interesting to get a view on how they're made, especially from someone like me who took 3 terms in woodwork to make a tent peg, so it really has opened my eyes. So this is, it's absolutely beautiful, and we'll have a listen to it in a second, but I'm going to ask Martin to tell us what it is and what it's made from.
All right, happy to. So when I started designing the instrument, I was kind of wanted something would kind of evoke the Italian cappuccino sort of look. So everything's quite dark on it. It's got the rainbow red cedar top. It's got snakewood binding, which comes from a little country in South America called Sirima, and it's got the 5/8 flame koa from Hawaii on the back and sides. The back of the head plate is also the 5/8 koa. The tuners are Goto 510 Super Minis with Cocobolo kidney buttons, I think is what they're. It's the shape is. Kidney bean buttons. Bean buttons. The bridge and the fingerboard are striped Macassar ebony. The head plate is ebony with the lily mother of pearl, pau abalone, and gold mother of pearl lily inlay on it, and my Beck headstock. As well, it has all the pau abalone binding around the body and the headstock.
Just a quick question: How many hours did it take you to make this one?
This would be 120 hours to build something like this. I've also installed a MySci pickup into it.
Nice.
And the inlay around the sound hole is spalted flame maple.
Lovely. Right, I think it's time to have a listen to this one. So I'll give it a quick demo, and then we'll be back with Martin in a second. Okay, so we'll have another look at one of Martin's ukuleles. This one is a super concert, and we were just chatting before about what it was made from, and you can find out all the details on the World of Ukes website for this model. But one of the things I'd forgotten was that the headstock was made from, was it camphor burl?
Camphor burl, yeah.
Camphor burl, which has a distinctive smell. So I told, and recently I had a ukulele in with a camphor top, and all the questions I got about it were, does it smell? Does it have a particular scent? So I basically spent much of a morning with my big nose jammed into this sound hole, trying to tell people whether I could tell a particular scent, but I don't think I could in the finished article. But something like that, Martin, does it have a particular smell when you're working with it?
Absolutely, yeah. When the burl I buy in billet form and cut with my bandsaw and thickness sand it down, and when I do it in my shop for like 2 weeks, will smell like the oil you used to put on your teeth if you had a toothache.
Oh, right, yeah.
And put the oil on. Yeah, my shop smells like that for a couple of weeks.
Oh, quite nice.
Yeah,
quite pleasant, probably.
I haven't had a toothache in years.
Yeah, and this, in fact, we're looking at ukuleles here with cedar tops now. As a Canadian maker, it probably isn't a huge surprise that you like using cedar. Is it a national pride thing, or do you think it's?
I really love the sound of red cedar.
Yeah,
it's my favorite. Engelmann spruce, which comes from the foothills of the Rockies, is what I would probably use if I was going to go for a spruce.
Yeah.
If I wanted something really punchy, I would use Sitka spruce, which comes from the Queen Charlottes in Alaska. It does grow on Vancouver Island where I'm from, but the quality just isn't high enough to use on an instrument.
Yeah. All right. And the back and sides of this one, what are they?
Back and sides of this are Indian rosewood.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is super concert. This is concert body and tenor scale.
Yeah. So 17-inch scale length on it.
Yeah.
It does a lot of things. It moves the bridge further back onto the body. So I've got to reconfigure the X bracing that I'm using to get the strength where I need it.
Yeah.
But it turned out really well.
Super happy with the sound of it. Yeah, and I think we'll find out that now. I'll cut to a demo of this super concert. So we're looking at this tenor in high G format now, which is cedar on the top and koa on the back and sides. And I just wanted to ask about your choice of the bridge. You've gone for bridge pins. Is that a scientific reason?
A scientific reason? No, I like the look of the bridge pins. And having come from being a guitar builder, that's what we used on the guitars. So I just kind of naturally just transferred it over into the ukuleles, and I am thinking about trying just drilling the 1/16 of an inch hole and just feeding the string in with no bridge pin, and tying a bead on the end of the string to hold it underneath.
Yeah, people often ask me when you have that kind of hot straight through the hole kind of bridge, how do you change the strings, because you can't see a knot, and but of course it's just feeding it through, and
you got to get the curl right.
If you get the curl right, if you're feeding the string through and you get the curl just right and it just rises through the sound hole and doesn't get stuck on anything, it happens like once in about 50 times, but they are good days. Starting to wonder if I might be quite sad. And another thing that is a signature of Martin's work is this interesting sound hole cutout on the side. So what is this shape? What's inspired it?
It's just I got inspired from I live in the forest and there's a lot of maple trees, broadleaf maple, and in the spring when the leaves are coming out, they're just kind of wild, crunched up, twisted shapes, and it's just my abstract interpretation of the leaves opening up in the spring.
Yeah, nice. And do you think this side sound port, how important is it in tone terms?
I think they're great. Since I've started putting them on, I found my instruments have more projection, they're louder, they're warmer, and just overall they're a great improvement for the instruments.
Yeah, so it's not just it'd be nice to put that there.
Yeah, I mean it does have some cool factor for sure. Having a sound port, but no, there's definitely tonal. Yeah. Tonal advantages.
Tonal advantages.
Yeah.
Right. Let's hear those tonal advantages. With this, it's number 199, I think. Yeah. Martin Beck.
Yeah.
199. High G. We'll play that next. Okay, so we've come to the end of this video now, but before I go, I want to say goodbye to Martin, because he's got 30 hours to go back the other way.
I do.
Yeah. But I was just...
It's a long paddle.
It's a long paddle, yeah. Well, you use this, but, you know...
Yeah.
You'd be able to bail out with it as well, but you put that side sound port, so
yeah,
you spoiled it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just what's next on your bench then?
I've got orders for a couple of guitars that I got to build, and then I'm looking at building a baritone ukulele.
Well, that would be good. Yeah, it's baritone season here at World of Ukes. There's a lot of interest in the baritone, so it would be, but not very many sort of high end baritones out there. So it would be interesting to see that, and if you were to get in touch with me when it's ready, hopefully we will see it here sometime.
Will do.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Brilliant. So just like to thank Martin, and thank you all for watching. Do subscribe to the World of Ukes YouTube channel. You can hear me bumbling away through 400 plus ukulele related videos now. So yeah, do hit subscribe, and thanks again, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
worldofukes.co.uk worldofukes.co.uk